Hello everybody, this is EzraTime here, and today we are going to be reviewing a new movie that is released today called M3GAN. Now, before I start reviewing this video, I have some short story, just a short story that really frustrates me, because at first on my country, Indonesian, M3GAN was supposed to be playing on January 4th, 2 days before it plays on, United States basically, or like the rest of the world. And I was like so excited, because I could give you guys maybe some early reviews in technically, right? Because 2 days before, and I was just like, I'm just excited to see this movie anyway because I love the trailer, and it's produced by James Wan, written by Akila Cooper, which we're gonna get to that later. And it's about the killer doll, I love a killer doll movie, like I love Chucky, so I would love to see another killer doll movie. And on the 4th of January, the my theaters immediately announced that there is some technical difficulties, so M3GAN's will be delayed to January 6th, and I was like, okay, that frustrated me, but fine, okay, January 6th, which we are today, so I'm gonna go watch it, But when I get to my nearest theater, I was supposed to watching this movie on 12:50, right? And then I was about to buy the ticket, and then the theaters told me that, well, there is another technical problem, so like you have to wait. Basically, I'm just, oh my god, are you kidding me? And I was like convinced that I probably not gonna be able to watch this movie until maybe next week, to be honest with you, because it's gonna be busy after a while, So I thought that today is the only chance for me to watch M3GAN, and when they told me that, I was like, oh man, come on, And then thankfully they fixed that, and then I watched this movie 2 hours later, sitting on theaters just waiting, literally. But yeah, here we are today. Finished watching the movie, and I love it, but of course, there's some problem that I'm going to say, obviously. But first, we're gonna get to the positive part first. So, M3GAN is obviously a killer doll movie, directed by Jared Johnson, I think. Yeah, Jared Johnstone. Sorry, Jared Johnstone. Again, written by Akila Cooper, with story by Cooper and James Wan. Okay, if you guys might heard the name Akila Cooper, or Akila, I think, I don't know how to pronounce the first name. Sorry, but Akila, I'm assuming Akila Cooper. She write Malignant, I think, which I actually like. To be honest, I know people don't really like Malignant that much, or like it kind of like divide in a way, but I actually like it in my opinion because I really I really enjoy the over the topness of Malignant, and I thought that, well, when the same writer is going to write M3GAN, I was like, oh, okay, like I feel like it might be like maybe similar to Malignant. It's gonna be like crazy and over the top in a way, and this movie didn't really go over the top, which is sucks, but I guess that's that. I'll talk about that later on, but the positive part again, I think M3GAN herself is amazing. She is the star of the movie. I love every single scene that she's in, and she was actually played by Amy Donald, I think, who portrayed M3GAN at the body, I think, and then you got, or like portrays M3GAN, and then you got Jenna Davis who voiced M3GAN. I think M3GAN's voice is perfect in my opinion, and then of course Amy Donald, like performers as M3GAN also is just great, like bring the doll to life, and I like the concept as well, like being an AI and stuff like that. I know that people will compare this movie to Child's Play 2019 remake, which is a fine movie, but I don't really need another sequel for the remake, because I'm quite happy with Don Mancini's Chucky, even though I don't really like season 2 of the Chucky series, to be honest. So I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens in the future, but yeah, either way, I really enjoy every single scene that she's in. I really enjoy the performance by other actor as well. I think uh, Violet McGraw as Katie was amazing. I think Violet McGraw appeared in The Black Phone, which is another movie directed by Scott Derrickson. She's in that movie. It's amazing. And also Alison Williams as Gemma, which is the one who invent M3GAN in the first place. And obviously, I got to highlight Ronnie Chang, I think, who plays David, which is the CEO of the company, Funky, I think, and he's just amazing. I think he plays a really fun CEO in my opinion. It was like so fun to see this character interacting with one another. But I will say this movie, like I said before, is not really over the top. It tries to be, looks to be over the top, but not really. It kind of sucks, to be honest. That's why they don't really go that far. But I still like the movie because it's just fun. you know. And yeah, I just think that. when I watch the movie, I feel like this movie could be more. That's the feeling that I'm getting because I feel like when you watch the trailer, you thought that, well, and written by Akila Cooper, you thought that, well, maybe it's gonna be over the top, right? Maybe not really some similar like Malignant, but it's gonna be over the top with a killer doll, right? Well, not really. That's sadly the my criticism for the movie, because I feel like this movie is trying to be over the top, looks over the top, and I watched the movie, I thought that, oh my god, here it is, an over the top scene came in, because again, this movie is not necessarily like big or like like killing people in the beginning of the movie. No, it's not. It's basically character first, and M3GAN wasn't even in the movie until like maybe like 20 minutes in, but that's where it might get boring to some people, but I quite like the character. It built the character enough, and then once M3GAN appeared, like it's just great, and again, kind of like similar to the first Child's Play movie, the original Child's Play movie, where Chucky basically just like first half of the movie, Chucky wasn't even like talking or like killing people, just like sit there and then become mysterious. Is he alive? Is he possessed? And it kind of similar to M3GAN here, where M3GAN just like, yeah, he's there. Sorry, she's there, but she's not exactly killing people yet. She's not like monstrous yet. She still is a normal doll, normal advanced doll, I should say. That hang out with Katie, which I think I like the chemistry between Katie and M3GAN. And obviously the second half, that's where the shit started. Like again, similar to Child's Play. So that's why it's not. Don't expect this movie to be just like over the top since the beginning. No, it's gonna be a slow. I don't necessarily want to say a slow burn, but it's quite slow in the beginning. Because M3GAN wasn't even invented yet. Like they're still creating M3GAN at the process, and then finally when she's here, it's just fun, until she start, murdering people, and it just become way more fun. But it's another criticism. Criticism is that the rating of this movie is PG-13, and funnily in my country, Indonesian, the movie is still rated R. Funnily enough, when I watched the movie, I was like, this is a PG-13 movie, and when M3GAN is killing people, you can clearly saw that it was supposed to be more gory. You can like I was just like itchy, because I want to see the gore effect, like the effect of the killing, I want to see that, and they decided to. I heard it right that this movie was supposed to be rated R, but because the viral marketing, people in TikTok just like copying M3GAN's dance, which in one scene of the movie, to be honest, that one scene in the movie enough to make this movie viral on TikTok, and people just like copying the dance. And the studio, I think, decided to reshoot the movie to be PG-13, and that sucks in my opinion. I know that why they do that, because obviously they want to make more money, but I feel like when you make a horror movie about a killer doll, I feel like they should be rated R. Just imagine how vulgar M3GAN could be if this movie rated R. I mean, the line itself seems natural to me. It doesn't seem that they added some up, but maybe they do, because again, there is a reshoot, so maybe there is some more f-bombs. Maybe M3GAN would be saying f-bombs if this movie were rated R. That would be amazing, because every single line that M3GAN says in this movie, even though it's PG-13, some of them are like messed up, and some of them are like funny, and I feel like M3GAN could be vulgar, kind of like similar to Chucky in my opinion, and because of the rating, maybe they couldn't do that, and obviously the killing itself is just like a bit more tamed down, you see some of the effects, but it's not much, because again, it's PG-13, and it sucks, because I want to see the effect, and it's not the type of movie that, like, oh, like you kind of like cut away from the killing, so like your imagination can fill in, kind of like the original, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where it's like tame but also bloody and also like disgusting, like it's not like that. This is about a killer doll, so I feel like it should be rated R, and it sucks that they decided to go with a PG-13 rating, even though in my own country it was rated R. I was like, why? This is like a PG-13 movie, and yeah, besides that, again, the rating and the fact that this movie doesn't go full out on the potential that it could be, and it just sucks because again, I was just like super itchy when the movie finished, because I was like, oh, that's it, I was like expecting more, expecting to be more over the top and more crazy scene with M3GAN, and we kind of get that in the movie, and it is entertaining and fun, but it's just like I want to see more M3GAN. I really want to see that, I want to see her going crazy, going absolutely nuts, and I thought that's gonna happen in the third act, and it seems like it's gonna happen, but it didn't. And I was like, oh man, come on, And again, the killing itself, PG-13, so okay, there you go. But yeah, overall I still enjoy the movie. And before I end this review, I want to add another more ideas for like the M3GAN sequel. I think, because I think they tease something in the end of the movie that yeah, there is some way M3GAN could return in the future, which is gonna be exciting. And I feel like in the sequel, it's gonna be. I'm assuming it's gonna be way more exciting if the sequel is gonna be rated R. That's number one. Number two, M3GAN is completely a killer doll from beginning to end. Again, kind of like Child's Play 2, where now you see Chucky in front, center, basically, where he's there from beginning to end. Like he's like a killer doll from beginning to end. And like the first movie, where like first half doesn't do anything, and then the second half, that's where he goes crazy. Same thing with this movie, and that's why the idea of a sequel excites me because you can see a killer doll M3GAN from beginning to end and become front and center, and I love it. And I really hope that happens. Maybe you get to see an army of M3GAN, kind of like Chucky, where we see an army of Chucky. Now we're gonna see an army of M3GAN maybe in the sequel, who knows. And of course, speaking about M3GAN and Chucky, I'm actually kind of interested, if they're ever gonna do this in the future. Maybe I'm the only one here, but I kind of wanted a M3GAN and Chucky movie, like a crossover, and I feel like it could happen. Why? Because again, M3GAN is distributed by Universal Pictures, right? And then the Chucky franchise, or like the Child's Play franchise, is also owned by Universal, same studio. I mean, it's both MGM and Universal, but Universal like pretty much like responsible for the rest of the Chucky series, So again, same studio, Universal. So I feel like they could do something with it. They could make M3GAN and Chucky movie, and I really want to see M3GAN and Chucky just like talking to each other. I really want to see that. But of course, the first time is probably gonna be a true sequel to M3GAN first to establish her further as the horror icon, because I feel like she has a potential to become another horror icon alongside with Chucky. I would love to see that. And then maybe and hopefully in the future they could like give us like a crossover between M3GAN and Chucky, like maybe like M3GAN versus Chucky or something like that, right? That would be fun. That would be extremely fun to see like an AI just like super smart and then meeting a doll just like super small but has the strength of a human. And then M3GAN was like confused, like, oh wait, you are alive? How are you alive? Like it would be a fun conversation, and Chucky could be like, what the hell are you? Something like that. Like, and both of them saying vulgar stuff to each other, and again rated R. But yeah, I really want to see that. Hopefully they could do that in the future. M3GAN and Chucky could like be on the same screen. It doesn't have to be in the same continuity, but like it could be like a completely separated continuity. I would love to see that also. But yeah, either way, that's my thoughts on M3GAN movie. If I have to give this movie a rating, then it's gonna be an 8 out of 10 again. I just wish that it could be more, because like this could be like a 10 out of 10 movie if they just go over the top with M3GAN, but sadly they don't. They kind of like hold back for some reason. The movie kind of felt like it hold back. Maybe it's the rating, maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe it's the first movie, so they don't really want to do too much on the first movie, which just makes sense. So hopefully in the sequel they could give us a more over the top stuff with M3GAN, hopefully, and hopefully in the same model as well. But either way, we'll see what's gonna happen. I think the sequel is going to happen. We'll see what's gonna happen with M3GAN and Chucky. Hopefully there is gonna be some talk in the future, because I kind of want to see that, but it might be just me. Who knows? But either way, guys, I'm gonna leave a question to you guys. What do you guys think about this movie with M3GAN? Do you guys like it? Do you guys hate it? Do you guys think it reached its full potential? And of course, lastly, what do you guys think about M3GAN and Chucky crossover? Like, do you guys want to see M3GAN and Chucky on the same screen? Or maybe it's just me? Share your opinions in the comment section below, because I love to hear your guys' opinion about this movie. But yeah, guys, that's my review. And again, if you guys enjoyed, then leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the videos, usual stuff. And stay tuned for more videos in the future. I might talk about spoiler, but who knows, if I have any like excitement about this movie, then I might make a spoiler video. But again, it's not a guarantee, because who knows, maybe I'm not gonna be able to talk about spoiler, because I don't know. If there's something that I want to talk about this movie more, then I will make a spoiler review. But it's not, then well, this is gonna be it for the M3GAN review. But anyway, guys, again, I really hope you guys enjoy this review. And I will see you guys in the next one then. Bye.